Greetings, pals. Hello, old school. Gremlin indeed. Level 8. Level 8 gremlin. Today is Thursday, June 18th. I can't believe it's June. I can't believe it's June 18th. I have things I need to do. Let me write that down. I'm sorry, I think I'm having some sort of allergy situation. I keep sneezing. Tomorrow's the 19th. Anyways, so today is the 18th, June, Thursday. We're just gonna play some World of Warcraft, and we're gonna do some PvP. Have you seen my plant? I went and picked some wildflowers outside. It's wonderful. It's like clovers and a daisy, and I don't remember what the purple ones are called, but they're some kind of pea plant. And these things, very fun. I like summertime. I like wildflowers. They're my favorite. Anyways, I've added some emojis as well to my Rolodex of emojis, Pokedex of emojis. How are you, old school? Are you on? No. I've been seeing a collection of people on today. It was lovely. I'm watching Elementary, and I think I'm gonna sew a little bit today. I am embroidering some jeans. That's about it. I don't have any sports updates. I know that I'm supposed to be watching FIFA and following that schedule. Actually, I'm gonna write that down too. So we will get into that. I know we've been loafing a little bit on the soccer, but it's important. It's important to watch. Grim as in the movie? No, I picked them up for me. I am my own boy. No. But, oh, nice. How was that? I've been wanting to watch that. I love Brothers Grimm stories. I was, like, raised on them. They're on my top shelf of books, actually. It's that. Can you see that? No. Sort of, kind of next to the Horde Flask. The book right next to it is Brothers Grimm. What am I writing down? FIFA. Nice. Heck yeah. I really like Elementary. Elementary is like one of my like fallback shows where like, because I usually need like something on in the background for me. Also, my head's really itchy today. Just ignore me. I'm trying to control like just touching my hair, my scalp. Fucking skin issues. Anyways, it's like the fallback show that I get onto. Hello, Noodle. How are you today? I just started book 4. How is your week going, Thor? Also, I am at some point going to be designing like a Roblox game thing as like a project. And I immediately thought of you. I was like, man, I need to design games now, or like figure out games and stuff like that. And I thought of board games and shit like that right away. Fucking people that can just like design gaming. Insanity. LOL, welcome. Oh yeah, yeah. Which seasons don't you like? I love any of the Sherlock type things. Obviously, as a kid, I was like, yeah, puzzles and stuff. This is great. Ew, Roblox, but also fucking beggars can't be choosers on which platforms do VR development. That's just the one that's doing it. They're very successful at it. I have like serious questions about certain ethical concerns, obviously, but apparently they are working on them. They have entire like teams that are dedicated to that kind of stuff, and I think I would be interested in, like, if I go into like VR development, the question is always like, what do you want to do? And like I think that that's like the fucking hardest answer to answer. I mean, isn't Roblox technically VR in and of itself? Um Depends on what you mean by it. Like, where like AR is like augmented reality versus VR is like virtual reality. Isn't any kind of virtual reality space like VR? I don't know. I'm still getting into like the different titles of all the different things. Coffee. But I'm getting like slowly more and more closer into just like, okay, like if I want to go into like programming, like where specifically do I want to go, and like where, like which, because you should like figure out, I mean, obviously there's like different people take different roads to their adventure. MetaQuest headset and the like. Yeah, so I will be doing also Meta Horizons. Like those are the two, Roblox and Meta Horizons are the two environments that I want to build a few like projects in, because those are the two that like I'm committed to. Like I obviously like have a ting with Meta. Take that as you will. Again, I'm just like, well, they own all of our data, so I can't like, you either like figure out a way to work with them and like make their shit better and like, you know, help with the whole ethics situation that's going on with them, or you just like hate it and like don't participate, but then like you ain't gonna be making money. And it's not really about the money, it's about like I'm interested in the ethics. Like as an anthropologist, like I am very interested in like the figuring out of the ethics, but I also like what I've learned growing up professionally is that like, yeah, like you can either just like join them and fix it, or like it just won't get done. Like it just will get worse. It really does depend on like the engineers that are like part of the group, and like who wants to work on it. And like a lot of people can criticize things, and like there's definitely a lot of like issues. This is like the first time in our human history that we're like asking these questions, but like you either join it and fix it, or just like it gets worse. Not that like it's just me, but like the more people that care about these things join that path, the more likely it's gonna get fixed. Nice. Yeah, it's, well, like I was actually talking to a friend and he was like, Meta Horizon failed, and I was like, yeah, but like it failed in the back then. They're not targeting us, they're like targeting Gen Alpha and like Gen Beta. Like in 20 years they'll have it like up and running, but it's like huge server capacity. Like a person that plays WoW, like you understand that like it's like very hard to like have a bunch of people live on the internet all at once. So it's like if they were to like because they're like changing all of our like Instagrams and Facebooks and stuff, they have that like thing where like now you have an avatar, and so like that avatar is the avatar that's going to be like in your VR world for whatever. They do have like the headset and stuff, but you can also access the worlds, I'm pretty sure. I like know because I've been there, not even pretty sure, I've seen them just like on your phone. And so like it's kind of like the whole imagination thing where I'm like, yeah, you can stick it to your face and like you can see it and stuff, but you could also just like imagine the way that we do when we're like playing video games, like the video game's like not attached to my face, but I still do feel like I'm in World of Warcraft, right? So meh. But I do think that their like quest stuff is really good for like fitness and for some other things. So that's good. It would just be nice. I think that like they're gonna probably develop some sort of like smaller version. Maybe they're trying to do that with the Ray-Bans thing, where like I think maybe they're at some point gonna try to develop like a screen on the inside of it, or like some sort of projection within the glasses. That would be cool, I guess. Other things, wink wink. What did I say? I forgot. Oh no. But yeah, it's been super fun. Programming's been really, really cool. It's crazy to see how far I've come so far. I do definitely recommend it for anybody that wants to get into it. It's a good time, but just like, fuck, is it a journey and a half? Oh my goodness. It has been so long. And I feel like I'm finally, like, they talk about programming as this whole thing where you like, you know, you go in and then you like learn a bit and you think you're doing great, and then you have like a whole like downfall where you're like, I don't fucking know anything. And then once you like recover from that, then you plateau, and like then you go like exponentially up. So I feel like I'm finally at that space where I'm like finally starting to go back up, and I'm like, all right, I know enough to like understand where I'm at, but I also know enough that like now I can see how people use documentations and libraries, and like how it's really important to like figure out like specifically what you like doing, because a lot I feel like, or like I'm also like a creative, so for me it's important to like think about long term before, rather than like some people just go into it for like money and stuff like that, where they're just like, I'm gonna just be a junior dev at like Google and like then build up to like up the ladder and stuff, whereas like I'm not doing it for that. I'm like, I want to do artsy fartsy shit, but in the VR world. Yeah, they're like AR like projection technology is not there yet, and like all the synchronization, but like do you see how they're like experimenting, right? Like that's what we were talking about with like one of my friends, and he's just like, yeah, it's just not there yet. And I'm like, I know, they're like like they're still working on it and stuff. It's gonna be like, you know, the way they describe it once they have all the pieces, but they're like very far away from that still. Like we're getting there, but we're still like very far away from all the fancy shit that they even the like legs for Meta Horizon, like depends on how you do legs. Like if it's just legs like in WoW or whatever, where like it's just moving along with you, like first of all that's a lot of like extra server space, so I understand why they don't have like legs at the moment. But oh, you found my gremlin. But if you want like actual like synced legs to like what you're doing for every single person, like it's years it's gonna be until that comes. That's not their priority at all. Yeah. Well, so it's like there's Meta, there's like Roblox, who I think is like leading for like server like backend um innovations, because they have such a huge user base that they're like managing. But then Meta has like a lot of like data. But I actually think that EA Sports is that's the one that I'm following for like actual precision like VR like AR kind of stuff. F1, especially F1 Kids, is like a really big thing. It's annoying that they're targeting just children. Like it's questionable that they're doing it, but like fucking there's so many questionable things that they're doing. I'm trying to suspend my complaining about it. Criticisms of it. So anyways, but they're like those two companies, or those several companies, are the ones that I'm like really like keeping an eyeball on it. Because they've been progressively working on just like getting as close as possible to like VR representation of reality. So I think that those companies all kind of interwork together, obviously. So I think that once each, like, they're kind of putting it together in pieces, and like once they each have like narrowed down into like perfected the thing that they're working on, then they'll probably like do some sort of weird tech merge and produce like an actual project. But you can see how they're all like working on their different bits and pieces. Oh, gremlin. the questionable things they're doing. Yeah. They have like a really like, so one of the things I'm interested in is how they're solving the whole like children versus predators situation, because that is like a big problem on Roblox. They're aware of it. They are now like talking about it and like fixing it and whatever. It's like their like trust and safety department. However, that's also like a difficult, like I started like looking into it and in terms of just like how are they addressing the situation, because it's a serious problem, right? And like you don't want to be, and then like again, like I was around when Facebook was created and like holy shit was there a lot of predators on there, like, you know, so it's like I think that these companies have learned that it's like it is a serious thing you have to manage. But they started talking about the like actual logistics of like how would you fix the problem. And so some places, Meta Horizon had like, some of them come up with these like band-aid solution, like world builders, where like you had to like stretch your arms out, and like if your wingspan was like less than like 4'9", then like you couldn't access a certain thing, because like most children will not have like a grown adult's wingspan, but obviously that doesn't work for like grown adults that are like under that like height. But one of the things they were also recently trying was facial recognition. And so there had to be like a facial recognition aspect to like gameplay or whatever, but facial recognition obviously infringes upon like user privacy. And so I was just like, well, I guess I didn't think about that. So there's like this trade-off between like, you know, safety versus privacy, safety versus like the rights of like the users and whatever. So I was like, all right, I can see why you guys are struggling with it, and I guess I'm glad that you're on it, but like sometimes it would be lovely if we could just like come up with this like solutions before we create problems, but like whatever. I get it, like progress, technology, I get it. But I was like, hey, I seem to be pretty interested in these questions, so like it would be cool to take that into account, and like, you know, if I'm interested in these questions and that's something I'd want to work on, then, because I was talking to somebody on stream like not that long ago when they were just like, they were like, oh yeah, it's like the creator like god complex, when you like learn to do whatever and then you're like, I just wanna create shit, and they're like eventually you kind of settle down and you need to like help like participate in a project rather than like doing your own project. And I do have several projects I want to run, but like I was thinking about that, where like, okay, if I want to be a part of a project, like what project would I want to work on? And so I definitely like VR and AR development, and I do like safety, trust and safety as well. I'm big into that. Hello Booga, how are you today? Just make the internet 18 plus problem solved. I don't deal with children. Yeah, no one does. That's what I think too. I do think that we should have, or like not make it 18, because obviously kids will still get online, but I think we should have a layered internet, the way that like Netflix and YouTube is becoming layered, where like the children's internet is has like a bunch harder safety restrictions and functionality. I agree with that. I agree. Kids should not be online. It's not good for them, especially because like your fucking brain's developing, like so we'll see, but it's an interesting question to figure it out, right? Like how do we implement like half of these things and stuff like that, because you could also just like click a button, like, you know what I mean, just to say that you're 18 plus. So how do we really address a lot of these topics? So yeah, but it's nice to like, you know, start like thinking about these things and just like to be able to like recognize these differences, because a few years ago I would never, no idea. I'd be like, it's all the same, I don't fucking know. How are you doing today, Booga? How was your past few days, week been? Yeah, I don't know. See, like, well, because like you can't restrict them, right? But I don't know. So I don't know how you would implement that, like it's only like you can't click whatever, and how, you know, the predators can't get into like the children's internet. No idea. I've been thinking about this because I started reading more and more about like what they're what they're actually doing, and I'm just like, okay, I see like the issues that you guys are running into, so it's something that I like passively will think about. Of like, that's why I want to build 2 of these VR games. Chat was like, just build whatever, and then like just focus on that like safety aspect of like how would you implement safety in like this little like environment. But I was like, no, I want it to also be fun. So I was thinking of like VR modeling of just like random locations or whatever. We'll see how it goes. Verified alcohol. Yeah, but it's like, how many, like, are we gonna verify every single person's ID that gets on? Or maybe because Meta does that now, right? Like Meta, I don't know if y'all have to do it, but like I, for example, as a creator, like I can't change my name anymore without like first asking, like notifying Meta, and also I had to like submit my identification. I don't know if it was one piece or like several pieces to them, so that like my name matches my ID, and my ID also had to match like my face. So in my display picture for any of my Meta stuff, as long as I like want to continue having verification or whatever, I have to have like my face in it, and it has to like match my like identification, which I think they did with AI as well too. But I don't know if they can implement that for like every single user on the internet, because that would be difficult, and also like infringing on a bunch of different rights globally, especially. So who knows? I don't know. And like, I don't want to say that like the solution is that we all just get fucking chipped, because that's insane too. But like, maybe that's where we're going. I don't know how I feel about that, but I don't know if we can stop it. Yeah, I bet, buddy. That's okay, Booga. Keep at it. Just keep on keeping on, buddy. You'll get there. That's good. Is it warm where you? I mean, I bet it's fucking warm. It's always warm in Australia. But how is your summer? Or is it winter over there right now? Can't remember. I remember it was flipped when I was in New Zealand. Same hemisphere. Which one? Yeah, that do how it be. They make more problems than they never fix. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how our world. Well, I don't know if it's just an American thing. The thing is that like American apps affect the planet. I think it depends on the country, like how much control they have over certain applications that are like certain technology that's released. I think maybe America has like the most relaxed laws on the technology you can release. Maybe, don't quote me. I don't know enough about law. I like a huge market, obviously. So that's why, but I don't fucking know. Credit card verification. Yeah, maybe, but also like, if you think about it globally, right? Like, because it's like it could be easy if you're like if you're like trying to do age verification on like a very small population, but if you take into account like not just like the 2.5 billion users that use Meta, but like in theory, because this is how like the IP situation worked, right? Where like when they first created the like IPv4 addresses, they were like, we're never gonna need like several billion IP addresses. We're never gonna have that many computers on the planet, and then we like surpassed that like so fast that they had to make IPv6, right? Which is like the 6 bracket number verification thing, so it makes like the amount of computers that can have an IP address like significantly longer. So same concept is like, you don't want to build a solution that you're then going to have to fix in like 10 years time, right? Because the amount of users has gone up so much. So you want to think of solutions that are scalable. Yeah, so like, you know, credit cards can be attained in like America by a certain population of people, but like not everybody, right? Or even identification, right? Like you might have like, what about like the like not necessarily that all homeless people don't have ID, but like a lot of like homeless people don't have ID, or like especially a lot of like if it's like a homeless person that's like not from America, right? Like if your software is being used by somebody in like a different country, and they don't have identification, or the identification is different, or like you can't verify their identification, because you would have to verify each country's identification, and not only that it's like, you know, valid, but also that it's like real. There's just a lot of issues that you would run into. So yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't know. These are all good questions. But I'm excited to do that. I'm like almost done making my portfolios right now. Now it's worse than I can't get an idea if it wants to log into the metaverse. Listen, man. I mean, like, right? Well, if you're like, that's some pretty rough shit to go through, right? So, like, a lot of people go into, like, virtual reality now, right? To, like, escape a lot of their problems. Like, WoW is a paid game, but there's a lot of games out there that are free. A lot of people actually, because we're having a homelessness crisis in Canada, a lot of people will so one of the things that they do is they actually get like pretty robust like data plans, like 40 gigs or whatever, for like for their phones and stuff, is exactly for that reason, where it's like, you know, if you don't have like a home to pay like your internet bills at there, but it's such an important piece to our population these days to like have that connectivity and have access to like our online spaces, that like I could totally see that, right? Of like, you know, you don't have a home but you do have a phone, and you do, you know, instead of like spending time playing like Roblox is really the only, there's a few other ones, like providers of like, because they're basically just like app stores, but now on like a single place and like different lobbies and stuff to go in, or like different worlds. So I can see the person just doing that on Meta, right? Like if it's available on Meta, that you just spend some of your time in virtual reality. You know, and we can't just like keep groups of people out and discriminate like that, because that's rude to say the least. It was good. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. It reminded me of the city. I thought it was great. I'm excited to be reading book 4. I finally figured out how to make it so that like I can see the like background of it. It just makes it a lot more fun when I can see the background. So I'm like, oh look, I can imagine them. Yeah, well, not every IP, not every IP, and not like by default, like not accurately or by default, right? Like, so just using IP is not necessarily, or like IP can also be spoofed, right? So it's not necessarily the best way to address, if like to confirm somebody's identification. Is that it? Oh no. I didn't even. The vax for what? I'll never take the chip. Yeah, I don't know if I would take the chip. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I've thought about that several times, but I was like, I don't know yet. I think it would depend on who's like offering them. Generally I'm pretty compliant when it has to do, when like the government is offering something. I know that's like different to some people's opinions, but the reason for that is because I travel a lot, or there's times in my life where I do. So anytime that they like give like during COVID, for example, like you had to like have a vaccine passport if you wanted to get onto a plane. And so like, what am I gonna do? Not fly? And I was just like, if you're making your population like Like, if we think about this in terms of, like, there is a secret government and they're trying to do things and it's the rich people, why would the rich people, like business class flyers, right? Like, very frequent flyers and stuff like that, who would definitely need a requirement to be flying. If you kind of theoretically think that that's like the same class that's like, you know, lording over everybody, why would they make their own, like, a vaccine that's going to kill their own people, right? That being said, there's like different vaccines and the different vaccine, like for COVID specifically. I don't usually take the like flu vaccine, for example. I've like taken it minimal amount of times, and that's when I worked in healthcare, and it was like absolutely mandatory for me to do it. Other than that, I'm just like, fuck it, I'll take my chances. That I also like don't really go outside though, so like I'm not really part of the herd. So, but the COVID vaccine, I took all that shit because I was working in healthcare at the time, and I was flying a lot, and they don't let you onto your fucking plane. And then every single time, especially if you were working with like vulnerable populations, they would want you to like be like vaccinated up to the teeth. So I was like, meh, whatever. Like, if the planes are requiring it and the people are requiring it, as long as I don't take the ones that like were like known to have issues at the time. But I was also lucky enough to like have access to like the choice of which ones I wanted, because again, Toronto, that I was like fine with. So if there comes a point in time and it's also not conflicting with any of like my other national identities, fuck it, put that shit in me. I don't care. My passports have a chip in them, like not that far off at this point. But vaccines, like, I'll only take them if it's like absolutely necessary for me to take them. But other than that, I don't give a shit. I think there was like a malaria vaccine that we were traveling to. Was it a vaccine? I don't know. There was like a something vaccine that we were traveling to Thailand, and they were like, you should take this. And it was like crazy expensive. I was like, you know what? We'll be fine. They were like, it like marginally like stops you from getting this or that. And I was like, nah, we'll just take our chances and hope for the best. I don't think it was the malaria vaccine. I think it was something else, but I remember I didn't take it, and I was totally fine. I did buy the drugs though. I did. Oh no, that's what it was. You had to do a round of like, so for malaria, to have like an immunity to it, or like a covering of immunity to it, you had to take it for like 28 days in advance or some shit like that, or 28 days post. I don't remember, but it was like I think it's in advance, some ridiculous amount, and we were only going to be in a malaria zone for like 3 days or something. And so I ended up just not taking that. I had the like stuff with me, but I ended up just not taking, because there was like a chance that it would cause like some sort of like bleeding and stuff as a side effect. And I was like, you know what, like, it sounds like I will ruin my entire fucking trip if I do this, because that's insane. I did buy the medication, I'm pretty sure, so I took something with me. But yeah, we were fine. We're fine, or like I have some sort of like dormant whatever. I don't think I was bit by like a bug even once though. It was pretty chill. Cambodia we went to. Cambodia. But they spray around Siem Reap. So that's why we were like, it's fine. And we weren't going into the jungle or anything. Or into the forest.
Speak freely.
So yeah, it just really depends. It really depends on the vaccine, and it really depends on the provider of like
let us take a closer look.
Services. Huh. That's interesting. Everyone giving their hats was touching. It was cute. It just sucks that they were like worth nothing at the end though. I really like Katya. I really like that whole storyline, and I like her whole abilities, like where she can change into different stuff and things. I'm really enjoying the books. Thank you so much for recommending them. It's been fun. I'm excited for this one where they're like, they have to go do something with the castle in the sky and like blah blah blah. I don't know. I'm really liking it. Like, I'm really liking just all the storylines. I like the interview storylines and all that stuff that they're doing too. So I'm excited to see how it goes. But it's also nice to just have like a long, lengthy like book to listen to. I have so many different like things on my reading list, but for some reason just like couldn't like decide between which one I want to read, so this was a good start. And then by the time that I finish this, though, I'm gonna scan my whole library into my computer, so then I'm gonna go through and read any books that I like haven't read, or like read any books that I haven't read in a while, or like haven't read in a while or whatever. Like reread ones that I haven't read in a while. So
Druids are not destroying the
I'm
flora
excited for
here.
that.
They are
Like audio,
pouring
listen to
their
them.
burning magic into it.
Ooh,
We should take this
well,
back to the
I'm
aspects,
excited to read
along
it
with
then.
any other samples we find. Let me know when you are ready to begin.
It's called the Give Me Your Money vaccine. Yeah, the malaria one, its shit was expensive. Or it was a pill. I don't remember what it was. Anyways, it's so
Stand
fucking
ready.
expensive. I took so,
Consider it
like,
done. Grab this flower.
I had to do so many
Then we can
things.
sneak
It was a
into
fun
the
time.
planets.
There was
Remember
different things.
to
But, like,
avoid
if
the
you want to
flames.
travel, again, like, that's on me, though, right? Like, if you want to travel, there's certain requirements. Like, you know, and there's certain vaccines that, like, you'll be fine without it. Like, it's just a preventative measure or whatever.
So you ally with these flame zealots.
Fine, fuck it. Oh, JK. Never mind. That was not it. Oh, goodness, now I have to focus. We know I'm bad at this, though. Ah! No! Danger. Such danger. Free. What were we talking about? Vaccines. Yeah, some of them are important, and it's important that you take them. Some of them are just like preventative, and like you should just like fucking take a chance. But I also like know my body, and like I know how quickly I heal from things, or like how quickly I get sick, or like blah 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 blah. Like I really truly do think it's like every person is different. Like COVID, I was like going through all sorts of shit, so like COVID was like the least like scary thing on my list at the time. I was like, fuck it, like you guys are letting me rest right now at home. I get to sit, like it's mandatory for me to sit the fuck at home and like play video games. Like you don't have to tell me twice, I'm fucking ready. But I understand that for like a lot of people that shit was super traumatizing and really scary, and like, you know, so I had to go touch more of the flowers. Oopsie daisies.
They do not need such incentives.
Where's the last one?
They
Hold on.
seek immortality
I can't do
and the
two things
living
at once.
flame.
I need to get closer.
Delightful destruction.
Nice. Okay, where?
Why can't you ever just have some fun?
And for like for flus and stuff, I usually like expect my body to fight these things off, because again, like when you're living in Toronto, like you're around so many people, and I just kind of trusted my immune system enough. When I'm like not in Toronto and I'm further away,
Your new allies.
I don't go out as much, so like it's not like I'm exposing myself to that many people. I don't think that it should have been like mandatory. Probably I think that it should have been mandatory in certain places. Like it should be mandatory for like healthcare workers. I agree with that, to get certain like vaccines and certain like healthcare things, just because like you're working with the whatever. Also, it was when my friend was going through cancer at the time, and like she had to take all the vaccines and shit, so I was like, they're probably not like fucking killing the cancer people and the flyers like with this shit, because that would be like actually insane. Perhaps not well tested, but like, you know, because she was like one of the first people to be on that shit. LOL. But what was I gonna say? But like, you know, if you're not in the city and you know, see a person once every like few weeks or something, and you only see like one or two people, like you live in the middle of like not the middle of nowhere, but like in the middle of like a rural space, like there ain't no reason that you need like a fucking vaccine that has to do with like a virus that is like mostly concentrated in like the downtown Toronto. That being said though, like you're absolutely gonna like take your fucking chances with like if you do encounter the virus, like that shit's up to you. Like you decided not to take that, up to you. Herd immunity. Figure it out. Herd immunity doesn't work on everyone. Herd immunity only works if everybody like, you know, herds themselves. But also like a lot of people like passed away, right? Like immunocompromised people, et cetera, et cetera. So it really do depend. And just because like I come from a place where like they worked on my like immune system as like a child, right? So I do have like reliance on that. So yeah, but flu vaccines, like I've only taken them a few times, and I think that, but I've had all of my like childhood vaccines, like all the measles. Actually, I don't know if I have the MMR. I don't know if I have measles, mumps, and rubella, but I know I have like the polio vaccine, and I have one of those like fancy schmancy like European scars. I think it's Eurasian, actually. I don't know. I should ask my Asian friends. I don't know if Asian people have it too, but they stopped the like big like 7 vaccine like stamp that they give. Like if you can see it on like most like older Eastern European people, they like shove a giant ass needle into you as a baby. It's a good time. They did stop doing it. I guess in like the 2000s or whatever. But not for me. I did get it, but mine's pretty small. I've seen people with like a much bigger one. So it's a good time. I do have that. I don't want to get polio. Nope. Anything that has to do with like bacterial stuff, like I will get those because that shit freaks me out. Yeah. Freaky. You know, or they're coming out with all sorts of like cancer vaccines now, which is kind of exciting. I hope I never have to.
What have you done to this
That's some
creature?
cool shit that they're doing.
Imbued it with the living flame.
Anyways, how are you guys doing today?
We will infuse into the
I'm excited to.
of their
I'm excited to build
precious
worlds. I'm excited to
world
read.
tree.
I'm glad I'm not in
entrusted us
biochemistry.
to deny the aspects their prize. Not
'Tis
twist
not
it into
my
some
interest.
vile abomination.
Iridocron isn't here
My
anymore.
eyes are itchy. I was sneezing all
Besides,
day.
he is the one who set me free. Who begged me to drink deep of the shadow flame.
I'm super sleepy.
He knew what was necessary to win this war.
Super
We
sleepy.
took up arms together to free the world from the Titans' meddling.
Thanks for listening to
That
my,
is the war I fight.
pals.
That is the victory I seek.
We cannot achieve victory with our hands bound by your ideals.
Indeed,
Beer.
then our course is set.
There we go. One sec.
Those druids have opened portals here. We cannot return the way we came. I will hold off anything that comes through. Dispatch the Keeper quickly. Then we can escape.
Okay, so I have sewing I want to do. Oh, I didn't turn that on today, did I? My snails are out. We're having a great time. I still want to get shrimp, but I still haven't. I also kind of want to get a dwarf hamster. Dwarf hamster! But I don't know if I'm, like, equipped at the moment or not for such an experience. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Shh, stop. Stop. Stop it. Jeez. Do 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 do. Oh, spaghetti. Oh, okay. All right, he's done.
I need to target something first. I don't have a target.
Strongly worded letter. Stop itching your face. Gotta chill. Gotta work on it. Gotta work on it.
Speak freely.
Have you guys
The
been
sentinel
up to
stands
anything
ready.
fun this weekend? Any
Take
of you
this
guys
whistle.
watching
One of my hippogriffs can quickly ferry you back to
FIFA
Valdrakken.
World Cup? And if so, who are you cheering for?
Elune watch over you, champion. Over us
Elune
all.
watch over you, over all of us. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Or maybe not. You have to like focus when doing that one. Took a big old nap today. It was good. I was so tired during the day. It was crazy. Just had like a really fucking long ass week. This planet is unhinged. That's okay though.
Valdrakken is under my protection. So that is why Farok has been focusing his assault on the Onaran plains.
Toronto, or Philly acquired like 2 Toronto
That sudden
dudes
chill. Do you feel it? By the aspects.
for
She
the
is here.
hockey.
Guards to the lower ledge! Champion, follow us and prepare to fight!
Alright then.
I will find Alexstrasza. You will not
Sir.
Be gone, incarnate! You are not welcome in our
So
I
yeah.
will speak with your dragon queen.
I'd like a talking
Then
cat.
speak. No doubt you are aware
be
of what
fun.
my brother is after.
I did do no
Every
emojis as
gateway
well
to
for
the
the
Emerald
thing.
Dream
If you guys
has
have
been
ideas for
secured
what kind of
and is
emojis
well defended.
you
It
think
is
would be
not a
cool
gate he seeks. With the druids of the
for my
flame at
whatever,
his
or if you guys have
side,
any suggestions,
Farok
really,
will tear
those
his
two
way into that realm and march
things
his
that have to
forces
do
upon
with
the
my
world
profile.
tree. His forces.
Let me know.
They will
I'm working
fail.
on like merch and stuff too.
This world tree will not
very
be
exciting.
burned. Burn it. He
Very
comes
exciting.
To claim it. To
So much
twist
creativity.
its pure
That's who
heart
she reminds
into a
me of.
mirror what
Is it
his
Alexstrasza?
own has become.
Yeah,
Cruel
she reminds me. Doesn't she
blazing
look
with
like
insatiable
what is it?
malice,
It's
and
like Vlad and
wreathed in
CL or something like
shadow.
that.
I
Little bit?
cannot stand with him.
A little
He
bit.
Is my brother no more? Fear
They're
not.
super
Do
hot.
what you will with this knowledge. Farewell,
Just a
Alexstrasza.
little.
Stand with us.
Why would I do that?
Because you
I also
are
really
a
like,
protector of this world. And you do not want to see it burn.
Lucy Liu. She's like one of my favorite actors.
Please, hear me now.
I've
failed
liked her
you
since
before.
Charlie's Angels.
I failed. Our
I was like,
people.
her and Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
Fantastic.
You
I mean, I'm a
did.
fan of like Cameron Diaz, but I was never
I
like
will not fail
a
them
fan of Cameron
again.
Diaz. You know what I mean?
Stand with us, Virenov.
But Lucy Liu
For
and Drew
all
Barrymore.
Dragonkind.
Sold at the age of like 6 or 4 or whatever time that came out. It was like the one where they went to like the Fort Knox and it has that other dude in it. Fucking love that movie. So good. It was like that, Shrek, Tremors I had on VHS. On VHS. VHS. I miss VHS. I fucking love VHS. One day. Oh, well, thanks. I appreciate the compliment and the sentiment. I personally, like I said, I have a partner. But I appreciate the sentiment. And you should seek yourself out a Canadian lady, if you are so inclined. Not that we're all the same, though, right? Like, you know, every population of humans has a variation. But I'm sure the droid you're looking for is out there. I know there's a lot of, or I'm sure there's a lot of, like, single women in Canada. I don't imagine we're all engaged. otherwise engaged, is that the word I'm trying to think of? Yeah, they'd be good. Cool people. Canada's has so many different humans in it. We're a big ol' mix of different types of cultures and people and stuff here. It's a nice time. Everyone's lovely. I fancy not rewinding all the time. I know, but there's like, and I mean, like, there's, you know, there's like TVs and rewinding machines and stuff. So it's not that bad. But there's just something nice, I think, about... I used to have a little... So my first apartment didn't have Wi-Fi, because I don't fucking afford Wi-Fi. I was, like, 18 years old. And so all I had was, like, this tiny TV that had a VCR in it. And, like, my stack of VHSs. But then also you could get VHSs from, like... all sorts of places, like thrift shops and stuff like that, because people would get rid of them. I also miss like Blockbuster and stuff like that too, where like you would go in and it was very intentional, right? Like it wasn't like Netflix where you have this like forever selection of things to watch and you'll like never see everything of it. You go in and you're like very intentional with what you want to watch, and you decide with everybody, and like you get it, and then you watch it through, right? And there's no ads, and there's no distractions, and there's no yada 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 yada, right? So, and there's just something about like, I choose this one, and then you put it in, like there's a whole ritual around it and all this other stuff. So I don't know, I miss it. And I miss the whole like old VHS feel. I know that you can like film in that way now, but it's just not the same. It's not the same. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Well, there's the apps, right? Like you could totally, I think maybe like apps are useful for people that want to date, like long distance and stuff like that, or like Facebook dating too works. I'm sure you could set it to Canadian women. You might have to be long distance though then, and that's less fun unless you have like a very good fucking reason for it. But there's all sorts of people like lately that are like are meeting each other online in like different countries and like getting married and stuff. I think there's gonna be a lot more like international movement in the coming years. I agree with that. I'm like, how do you know that the country you're born in is the country that you like 100% identify with and like it suits you best, or even the location that you're born in, right? Like maybe there's like another place that's even better. No, you know what? We're not going to do that because something tells me that takes me further. Let's go. Okay, fine. Let's go check it out. Yeah. But we're pretty opinionated in this country is what I'd say. We're kind of like the Americans, but we're like, not that all Americans are like more
To secure our future, we must understand our past.
I don't know. I guess we're like on a general scale a little bit more on the, in comparison to Americans, on the progressive side, and so like our women are both opinionated and more leaning that direction, which is interesting, but not all. So we're an interesting country. But also that might be just because I'm in Toronto, but also not, like mostly. And that's good and bad sometimes. Mostly good sometimes. Probably causes issues. I went to America to go to the like Harvard Yale open houses, and like Harvey was great, but then we went to Yale, and then there was like me and like a few other people there, like a few other girls there, and like I think it's only been in the recent years that they're experiencing this, where it's just like it's not an automatic like, oh, you're an Ivy League and so therefore we're gonna give you this like crazy respect. We were just sitting at the table just being like, nah, this is not our thing, like at all, like what the fuck. They were just really like, it was like starkly like apparent between those two schools that they were like ideologically like on wildly different spectrums of the map, which was interesting, but it's kind of like, from a person that's coming from a different country to attend your thing, like, aside from what, like, again, I don't think it's all Americans, I don't think it's all schools, I don't think it was even like those two schools, but it's like, aside from what those two schools might think, and like one of them didn't have that expectation, one of them did though, like, we're not all well versed on your fucking politics and your like personal dramas and your like current situations and stuff. So like when we come in, sometimes we're just like completely oblivious to whatever the fuck is going on. And like, I'm saying that as a Canadian, I can't imagine coming from like any other country, especially a country that's not speaking English, coming into it and being like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't care about your drama. And just like some of the people in the school had said things to me that was like, they were like offended that I was asking a certain question, or they were like offended, and it was like a normal question. It wasn't even like, mind you, it wasn't even like a, you know, like a spicy question. It was like a normal question, or something that I thought was a normal question, and they were like really mad about it, which was crazy to experience. And we were like asking questions like openly to the whole group, blah blah blah. It was like me and like a few other girls, and like a dude. But we all ended up like sitting at the table together for a reason, I guess. And it was just, yeah, it was just wild. It was just different. I'm pretty sure the other girl that came with me was also from, or that didn't come with me, but I met there, she was also from Toronto. So, and her assumption too, she was like, yeah, I think I like the other school more. I was like, yeah, seems a little bit more like you had a little bit more of like a academic freedom to do whatever you wanted. Random story. But yeah, we do be opinionated and we do be confident in a certain way. But again, I don't know if that's Toronto or if that's Canada or if that's just like a subsection of whatever. People be people everywhere. I don't think we're all that different, you know, throughout the entire planet. Like, I think all humans are basically the same. Just like different skins. Different stats, man. Gotta have them stats. Kind of like vaccines, right? Like, you gotta know your fucking stats. Like, you're either gonna be okay or you're not gonna be okay. There's only two outcomes, really. Like, I'll roll my dice with my immunity. But I have a lot of friends that have, like, shit immunity. And, like, they do get sick. Which is crazy, though, because, like, now that I'm not in the city all the time, I actually get... I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I was gonna say I get sick less because I don't interact with people, but when I do go to the city and I go into the subway and if I fucking touch that pole and then touch my face, 100% I get sick. 100% of the time now. And I want to say that, like, oh, I wasn't getting sick as much when I was, like, living in Toronto, but I don't think that's true either. I think I was getting sick, but I just, like, didn't really care. And so I would just, like, be sick and then get over it. And now it's like, because I'm not sick for such long periods of time, because I'm like sequestered to my space the majority of my life, now it's like noticeable when I get sick. Or when because like we have kids, and like when I first started living with kids, I noticed I was getting sick a lot more too, because they would bring back all sorts of shit from school and they would bounce back very quickly. But I would not, because I hadn't been sick like that with those kind of like child illnesses in a very long time. But after a while I adapted, and like now I don't get as sick as much. So I really think that it depends on your like exposure to illness and your them stats. I'm just yapping. Look at these trees. Oh my goodness, they're so pretty. Oh, they're so pretty. Wow. Love it. Plant them in my house. I don't know where we're flying. Oh, so nice. One of my portfolios has this color scheme. Might as well. Might as well.
My brother believed he could control me.
Oh, spaghetti.
Rage inside
Is my sound okay?
My sister believed she could tame me. My fury will not be sated. The aspects believed they could imprison me. But my hatred cannot be contained. They know
Oh yeah, we were gonna do
what is
PvP.
coming.
Oops.
That the unyielding flame draws closer, ever closer. Even now, they cling to one another in the dark, lost in their dream. Deceived. him. Pay. Their suffering has just begun.
So dramatic.
Is it time?
So dramatic.
This
Oh, they have a little
seed
baby seed
is
together.
everything.
That's adorable.
So many
Ugh,
loved
they're so
souls
cute.
entrusting their
I
fate,
can't.
their hopes, to us.
Are we certain it will be safe?
Come. Here, by Elune's grace, this
Elune.
gift will be kept hidden from those who would wish
What
it
the
harm.
heck? What is it?
Yet the time will come when it must leave the cradle of the dream and take its place in our world.
And when it does, its protection will fall to us.
Okay, no.
My beloved Kaldori, all you have suffered, all you have given, will not be in vain. This I swear to you.
Look at all that grass. That's some well-made grass. Blender is another thing I'm learning. Fuck me. All this art that I haven't done in so
What is
long.
it, my love?
Just a feeling
Adorable.
that this time will be
Um.
different.
Oh yeah, Blender. I want to make that donut. It's nice. I'm almost done. Almost done my my portfolios. So it'll be nice because then I'll start being able to like post all of my projects and shit in there. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have like a space to showcase things. And then because then it doesn't feel as pointless when you have like a showcase space for things, because otherwise it just feels so like unorganized and so everywhere. But now I'll have a space, and then I can finally do all of my like little pieces that I've been wanting to do or like working on. Feels like my brain is getting organized.
June must be protected.
Lovely.
Tell me of your dreams.
Fuck yeah.
May your dreams be peaceful.
Let's go, brother. Ooh. Greetings, pals. Yes, we'll do the thing. I seriously have to get into FIFA. And all the FIFA activities. So behind, but that's okay. Is it one of these? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. It's the one I didn't purchase because I was like, this is ridiculous.
What do you seek?
Emerald Dream.
Our flight
stands unified once more. Rest well.
Play all the movies.
Behold, a Mirdrasil, a new world tree, soon to bloom and be born into Azeroth. The very
It's funny
embodiment
because
of
if
the
I
cycle
don't
of
show up
life.
for like a few
Its
days,
boughs
the
infused with the souls
algorithm gets
of
mad at you.
Until
They'll
the
like
tree
shift
crosses
your
over into
shift your
our
things and
world,
stuff.
we
I
must
think it's really
defend this
funny.
symbol of hope from
No! We must save
Just
them!
spicy algorithms, like a friggin' codependent girlfriend. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's alright, I don't mind.
the dream must be protected. What would you ask of me? Dreams guide you.
Give me my mount. I love it. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's adorable. That's so freaking cute. Look at his wings. Oh, look at his wings. Yeah, we'll fly through your stupid things eventually. Oh, he's adorable. Cute. Okay, where are we going? Where's the course start? Is it just anywhere? Da, 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 da. Oh. What? I don't understand. Whoop. I don't understand. Is it just on for a few minutes? What is happening? How strange. But sure, why not? I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Whee! Yum, 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 yum. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Cannot. I cannot. Don't worry about it. Ugh. That whole storyline, the like Malfurion, Tyrande, and Illidan. I guess scenarios too, but just you know, fucking love it. I love the Emerald Dream, like Emerald Nightmare storyline. My eyeballs are itchy. Just sensitive skin lately. I want to show you guys this, but I also don't want to. It's kind of like going down in experience now. But look how cute it is. Oh my goodness. Because it's been a few days, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll get more. Hold on. Go ahead and look this way. Well, regardless. This way. This way's cute. Doesn't matter. Anyways. Again, is my sound okay? Anybody? I'm assuming you guys would have told me it's not if it was not. Look how cute these flowers are. Fucking love flowers. I love wildflowers.
Your strength is impressive, mortal.
Oh my goodness. Allergies. No, it continues. One sec. There's probably another one in there. Oui, bonjour. It's kind of a joke, but sure. It's like stretchy, and it's a different material, but close enough. How are you today, sir? What? Yeah, thank you. This one actually brings out my eyeballs really well. It's like a fun green. My eyes change depending on the vibes outside and the vibes inside. How you be, good sir? What's your current quest that you be on? Oh, right, wait, hold on. We're finishing my French. Oh, no. Nope. Okay. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Today is day 1173 of my Duolingo streak. It's only been a couple days. That's alright. Green is also my favorite color. Although, truth be told, my favorite color changes. So, you know, I like most colors.
Supposed to be here.
I don't think there's any colors that I actually don't like. In fact.
Now,
So.
why would I want to stop the dream from changing? I think I will wait and see
It
what
changes
happens.
into a nightmare if you don't do the things and stuff. And down into the hole. Look how pretty that one is. I want a light like that. That's so pretty. Cute.
Life is all around us.
To aid a friend, or to seek renewal.
Oh, it's upstairs.
The portals are open! The flames are here!
What's down here, though? Show me your secrets. Oh, wait, hold on. So pretty. You know what? I will try to find my way up there. Unless it's gonna take a while, then I won't. Oh, but I wanna know, ma'am. Never mind.
Hi. See you later.
Meh. Doesn't matter, anyways. Meep moop. Wasn't there incense that we just passed? Something something panther. Statue. But I think I have to have Tom Tom in order to do the thing right. Yeah, never mind. Closest mark, so we're looking for a bush, something about yellow flowers. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Super cereal. Gotta always be turtle. Super cereal about WoW. I have honored the panther. Ooh. 'Tis a staff. Very cool. That was pretty worth it. Whoever it was that recommended doing the, it was like rabbit pose or whatever. Fantastic. I've actually been doing it the past few days and it has in fact been helpful with not just like even anxiety but like stretching out my neck. So thank you for that. Whee! Alright, back we go. That was fun. Statue story, right? Hmm? Yeah, I know I was gonna be doing PvP, but we ain't doing PvP. I don't know what it is. I'll get like a hankering for it and then it'll just go away. I'm like, eh. Lord of the Forest. sorry, little turtle. Pew pew. I'm sorry, turtle. Hate it when they get caught up in this whole situation. Makes me sad. Don't want to kill the little turtles.
Accept the flame into your heart and grow.
My heart burns with renewal.
I am drinking chamomile tea right now. But I did go and pick some mint recently. Where did my Voidwalker go? So that was pretty fun. But yep, chamomile tea before nighttime. 'Cause caffeine really does affect me. I get quite jittery when there's caffeine in my system. Oops. Sure is. If you were talking about the Ivory Cloud Sermon, that's one of the like rare drops in a game that was really fun to get. To acquire. You had to get a lasso and camp out a thing. I'm really glad actually they did keep the other flying mechanic, because oh my goodness, if they took it out of the game, that would break so many things. So I'm glad they didn't do that, because it would be actually insane. Rumination. I almost swore. Butthole. That's not what I was gonna call him, but that's fine. What's this thing? This thing? I don't have a dream seed. No, okay. We'll figure that out later. This guy. It's not 500 BC. Or CE, whatever. It is too late. Even further in WoW. So. So sleepy. Oh, it's almost 11. Jeez. Alright, pals. shortly, I will adieu. That went by quickly. It's like almost 2 hours. That's crazy. I'll wait for the 2 hour mark, maybe. Maybe. But if not, it's crazy for like every single time with WoW. I feel like any time I log into WoW, time passes so fast.
Is it time? As quickly as I
gotta play more WoW.
More come.
I literally wrote myself a note. Let's write a bigger note. Gotta add that in there. Because I'll usually be like, nah, I'm fine. It's like, you're not. Just log into the game, and that'll get you closer to your computer. Baby steps.
Our flight stands unified. Look out!
Oh boy. Oh, did I do that?
Weapons of Shadowblade and your end.
The dream must be protected. Amir-Drisil, crown of harmony. Grown of two realms, a window between death and life.
Its seed was gifted to Tyrande by the Winter Queen. Here in the Emerald Dream, it thrives. But there are others who would seize its power and use it for their own ends. We cannot let them. We of the Green Dragonflight and countless lost souls have pledged to keep it safe. We must be vigilant until it takes its place in the world.
Yum. That's also pretty. I have like a necklace that looks like that.
The Lords of Fire return and bring new life!
I need to target something first.
See, you used to be able to turn around, now you can't. It's really annoying. Can I plant it? Maybe? Heck yeah, let's go.
dreams guide you. May your dream.
I knew you would come.
It is 11 o'clock.
Chasing fire like glittering moths. Oh, how I have longed for you to witness it, Alexstrasza.
And
This
the
world
underbite,
tree,
probably.
the heart of its great power, filled with shadow and flame. But now that you and your champions have gathered, why wait? I should just end you now!
The defeat of this treacherous queen would be a glorious battle. But the plan, Varrock. Remember your brilliant plan to humble, humiliate, and break them? Open the way to the temple. Then the tree will be yours.
Die! Yes.
Frustrated roar.
And once I take what is mine, my foes will perish in flames!
Jeez. Very
What
fun.
would you
Let's go
ask
plant
of
that
me?
seed.
Tell me of your dreams. For Amir Drasil.
I do have a seed. Ooh. What? Huh? Do 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 do. I don't know what this does. Irene. But alas, she's not dead. There's no way you can get to 8,000 in like 3 minutes. Ain't no way. I don't believe it. Maybe you can in a group. That actually makes sense.
They nested. One must always return to the mundanity
I need a target.
of the emerald dream.
I don't have a target.
Ugh.
I need to target something first.
I fell asleep in the nesting grounds of a flutter of fairy dragons.
No thanks, sir.
They nest. One must always return to the mundanity of the emerald.
We must gather the little animals. Come here. Come here. Oh, pretty flowers.
Once I fell asleep in the nesting grounds of a flutter of fairy dragons. They nested upon me for a season.
Da 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 da.
Time to slumber.
I need a target. I need to target something first.
Now
I need a target.
one must always return to the mundanity of the emerald dream.
I don't have a target. I need to target something first. target.
No. There we go.
Where was it?
I don't have a target.
Fall asleep again, and I'll put caterpillars on you to munch up all your leaves.
I need a target.
Ooh.
I need to target something first.
Noise.
I don't have a target. I need to target something first. I don't have a target.
Noise. I think we're definitely gonna make it there. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe.
I need a target. I need to target something first. I need a target.
Our ritual will not be stopped. Life may be fragile, but it is resilient.
I don't have a target.
Amir thrives under our attention. Bless you for your help, young ones.
Oh, we like almost made it to the purple thing.
Under my leaves.
Nice.
Greetings, young one. There
Interesting experience. Okay, cool. Boop. Alright, pals, we're gonna go station ourselves somewhere. What happens, though? I just want to know. Oh! 2 hours to live. Have a good day. Thank you for that announcement. I hope they're okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, we're gonna do this, and then I'm going to bed. Like, does it start another event? Or what happens? Okay, we'll see what happens in a minute and 23 seconds. it gave me a thing. That's real cute looking. Very fun. That was cool. That's also cool. Alrighty. Okay, pals. I'm gonna go to bed. I appreciate you all. Have a good evening. I will be back on tomorrow. Hopefully, eventually, I will have my schedule around FIFA built. And then we will have like a nice FIFA schedule. But thank you all for joining. That you did. Those of you that did. Have a good evening. It was nice to talk to y'all. Thank you, Booga. Have a good night, sir. I hope your adventures adventure well. And, yeah, Riha. Adios, pals. Let's go stream out to Lilium. Later online. Raid time. Alright, adios. Have fun. Enjoy. Be nice. Be kind to yourselves and each other. Drink lots of water. Enjoy that sun. Sun is good. Oh yeah, Booga, you said something about winter, didn't you? I totally missed it. It is winter here. Medical records. Yeah, it's too late for me. What's like cold in Australia if you're still here? Because I remember winter in New Zealand was like, it's like -3 maybe, or like -1, and I was like, in comparison to Canada, that shit ain't cold. That's like sweater weather. And there was like a little bit of a snow in the mornings because I worked overnight at the time. And so I would see that at like 6 a.m. in the morning before people usually wake up. Under 12. LOL. You're so funny. Cool. That's nice though. But I get it. It's like if your usual is like way warmer than that, you're like, what the fuck is this? Here it goes down to like -20. Rarely -30, but sometimes. And like several feet of snow. To the point where like you can't move through it. So I'm like, yeah. But that's okay. Alright, anyways. Enjoy your winter. I'm sorry that it's chilly for you. Yeah, Riha. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay. Adios. Let us raid away. Oui. Okay, go. Let's go. Alright, lots of love, pals. I hope you have a good evening. Did I link this? Get the link you sent by Whisper. Yes, for the desk. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, I did. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, beer. Okay. Good nighty, pals. Enjoy your evenings. Drink water. Etc, etc. Riha. That's kind of cute, I guess. We'll have to figure out That's nice. Okay. Okay. Appreciate you all. Good night.